So here the rebellion of the people of Israel continues, and yesterday it was a rebellion of a small group of leaders that were eventually put to death, and today, rather than dealing with the problem, that killing and judgment of those group of leaders has triggered a general resentment among the whole people against Moses and Aaron, and so they begin to mutter more and they begin to rebel more. And at this, God is so furious. He pretty much says to Moses and Aaron, "Get out of my way! I'm gonna destroy them." And then Moses says to Aaron, "Quick, go and make atonement. Go, get your incense and go and wave it around, and you'll stop the wrath of God from consuming all of us." And so Aaron does that, and 14,700 people are killed before God relents. And then God decides he's going to settle this kind of question of who's in charge and who's got authority before him once and for all. So he gets the heads of the 12 tribes, and also Aaron, who is the head of the tribe of Levi, and he gets them to come and put their staff in front of him, and then says, whichever staff blossoms, that's the leader I've picked. And of course we read that Aaron's staff not only blossoms, it actually produces almonds, which would have been interesting. What does this tell us? I think one of the things this says is that authority is God-given. Authority comes from God, and I don't know if you find this, but occasionally I come across someone who speaks with just such authority when they preach. Or there's a guy that I know who's in our church, he's quite elderly, but he prays, and when he prays it's like, wow, there's something about it. It's hard to put your finger on it, but there's just an authority there when he prays. And as a follower of Jesus, that's what I long for, to be able to pray with authority, to be able to speak to my friends about Jesus, and share the gospel in a way that carries weight and, something of authority. I can't think of a better word for it. How do we get that authority? Well, first of all, this passage shows us we get it not by grumbling and moaning and trying to seize it for ourselves. We get it really by being with God and on God's side. We're so often trying to figure out, is God on my side? And actually the question we really should ask is, am I on his side? Am I close to him? And if I'm close to him, then naturally what happens is I act out of and with his authority. And Jesus, at the end of Matthew's Gospel, you remember we read that a little while ago, he says, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, teaching them to obey everything I've told you, and surely I am with you always to the very end of the age." His authority becomes something we operate under when we're obedient and when we're close to him. And I want to see more authority when I pray for healing. I want to see more authority when I share the gospel. And in every part of my life, the way that's going to happen, the way that I'll see it, is I stick near to him today, and then I'll have confidence when I step out.